I'm optimistic that after tonight's operational periods or possibly tomorrow's operational period during the day, that tonight or tomorrow evening, we'll have a fair amount of additional containment. We'll see where we end up, but we are making progress. Some numbers you may want to know: we have just under 2,000 personnel on this fire. That consists of 41 crews, 135 engines, and 17 helicopters. Just to reflect, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday were tough days for us. Sunday particularly, when the fire made about a 1,500-acre run. Lost 8 residences in that run. Those 3 days were what we call red flag fire weather conditions. Yesterday was much better. We did have a good opportunity with weather yesterday, and today is pretty good as well. So we have, sometimes our hand is forced in how we manage fire, and that was the case the night before last, after the 3rd day of red flag conditions, and I'll give you an update as to how we responded to that. So that evening, the night before last, this area right here, the fire was becoming very active, with this being one of our primary control lines, as well as this area along the Poudre Canyon. Can you see the pointer okay? So we took action here with firing operations before the sun went down to bring fire down to the road and down to the river, followed by hand firing through the night to keep control of this fire as it approached this Pingree Park Road. We've had success with that. Yesterday morning we had a couple spots. We went after those hard with hand crews and helicopters and brought those spots under control. Currently we're in good shape here, and I'll come on around now. This entire canyon, we are making progress. We're going to try and do some firing here today to make sure we have fire all the way down to the road, and hopefully we'll have containment from somewhere around here in the Poudre Canyon, in that corridor, down to that northeast corner. We have had 2 spot fires across the road below the Glacier View subdivision. Those are of obvious concern to us, to make sure fire doesn't get established north of the canyon and threaten the Glacier Park residents. We've had really good success catching those spot fires. Which brings me over to this northeast corner. You can see we have black line or containment line all the way along this flank, immediately adjacent to the communities just west of Fort Collins through here, on down to this Horsetooth Mountain Road, where we're working hard as we speak with firefighters to make sure we've got this line secure. We may have containment here tonight, or more likely tonight, and if not tonight, tomorrow night. This portion of the fire is contained, which brings us over to the southwest corner. So to talk about this west flank, bringing this all the way on around, this is going to be some slow going, where we'll put fire into this fuel here to keep this from making a large run in that difficult terrain with that heavy mountain pine beetle fuel over in the National Forest. We're primarily applying this fire, at least initially, with aircraft, helicopters, with fire used for burnout from helicopters, followed then by hand crews firing from this containment line, this fire line here, as well as here, where we're constructing some fire line across here. So that's the general update on the fire. Weather for tomorrow does not look very favorable, as well as for Saturday. I think we're looking at temperatures in the upper 90s, maybe even as high as 100 degrees. Once again, low humidity and higher winds both Friday and Saturday. We have days when we can be aggressive and days when we can't be aggressive. Yesterday and today are our aggressive days. Tomorrow may be more of our patient days and hold on to what we got. So my goal for this fire, or my direction for these firefighters in terms of the overall strategy, is when we can be aggressive, we will. That's one of our A's. We may need to be patient in many cases to make sure we've got the fire in the right place in the right weather. That's a P. And then we're going to continue to be persistent until we bring this fire to a successful conclusion. So our young firefighters understand an APP, an APP, and that's what we've got for this fire: aggressive, patient, and persistence. That's all I've got. I'll turn it over to John Schultz from the Larimer County Sheriff.